number 13. And I just realized I missed a holiday party this week I was supposed to go to. I even got an ornament for it and everything. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Too many parties, too many things, too many places, too many people. Okay. So today we're working on cookies. I mixed up some dough for my first attempt at flan cookies, brown butter flan cookies. So today we're going to get these babies across the finish line. So first, we're going to divide up our dough and then we're going to stuff them with a little bit of caramel because these are just Christmas cookies. These are not healthy gym cookies. These are not part of the gym cookies that I've been working on. We're just making some gummy cookies. We're just making some cookies. We're just making some cookies. So let's get everything angled just right. Okay, so we have our scale. We have our caramels, a little bit of flour to toss them in, but I want to see how many cookies we end up portioned out with before we start cutting up some caramel. So I think it's supposed to be around 8, but we'll see. So here is our flan cookie dough. This needs to be charged. Okay, so let's portion this out. I'm thinking 75 grams. Oh, and then we need our bridges. Sure, don't forget those. Okay, so let's see how many cookies we end up portioned out. So I've already washed my hands. Okay, let's see. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. Hello. No, I'm making cookies. We're making flan cookies. So let me actually put some gloves on so I don't get stuff in my nails. My first attempt at making flan cookies. I'm trying to make Christmas cookies that are not like your usual Christmas cookies. I want to take a different approach at Christmas. So this is a little bit of Feliz Navidad. Growing up, my mom used to make flan a lot for the holidays. So this felt very apropos. So yesterday we made the dough. We made actually brown butter flan dough, which is just basically like a very eggy cookie dough. But to really bring the flan vibe across the board, we're going to put some caramel. So we're going to portion out and start kind of softening up our dough. Let's see, this is 75 grams, which feels a little small. So let's bring it up to 80. Let's see what 80 looks like. Let's see what 80 grams looks like. That's 80 grams. Okay. Still feels a little small, but that's okay. We're gonna portion out and then we'll see what happens. So this is 80 grams. We'll set her aside for now. Let's see how many cookies we get portioned out. That's 67, 71, 71, 75, 76, 80 on the dot. Okay. 80 grams. Portion this one out. Let's see. Ooh, 80 on the dot. Look at that. Okay, 80 on the dot. Let's see what this one is. 101. Okay. So let's shave off a little bit. 83. Okay. Shave off a little bit more. 79. Okay. We can add a tiny bit more. 80. Okay, cute. Okay, 80. Let's see about these. Let's see about these. 67. Okay. 71. Okay. It's like Price is Right. The dough is right. 75. Da-dun-da-dun, da-dun-da-dun, ba-dum-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-dum. We need to get to 80 grams. 79. I feel like when they start betting a dollar. 79 still. Come on. 80. Okay. 80. Oh, stay. Okay. 69. Oh, 69. 75. 79. Oh, 80. Okay. All right. And then we have a little bit left over. So let's see. We'll just add these. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 40 divided by 6. So 5 would be 30. 36 would be 6. So so around 6 grams. So let's divide this 6 ways. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 7, 7. Okay. We're just gonna do that. All right. They'll just be, well, 7, 7, 7. Let's just bring our 5 up to 6. 6, 7, 7, 6, 6, 7. Okay, perfect. 6, 7. Okay. That's what it was always about. All right. So, right? 6, 7. 6, 7. Okay. So we have our cookie dough. Okay. Let's finish portioning these out. Okay. And then now that we know how many cookies we have, look at all those cookies. Look at all those chickens. Okay, so now we're gonna take a minute to prep our caramelo. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 6 caramels. And we're gonna do a couple of things to these. Look at all those chickens. All right, so first, okay, first, so let's take the plastic off. Eh, come on. Okay, great. This one looks wonky. I want a square one. I want a SpongeBob square caramel. Okay, squares. We need squares because that way we can evenly cut them in half. So what we're gonna do with these caramel squares first is unwrap them. Well, first we take a look at our sizing. We all kind of want them around the same size. Come on. You're so hard to unwrap. It's so funny. I haven't eaten these since I was a little girl in Puerto Rico, and they feel so small now. But I guess my hand must have been so little when I used to eat them because they felt so big in my memory. I mean, there also is food inflation that they start to give you a tiny bit less food for the same amount of money, honey. Okay, this one doesn't want to open. Grab another one. There we go. We need the ones that are easy to open. We are not trying to spend all day unwrapping caramel. Okay, 4 down, 2 to go. There we go. See, it should be easy. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard? I don't care if I have nails. It shouldn't be hard. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, great. Let's take a lovely plastic, toss it in the garbage. Wash your hands. Okay, so now we're gonna cut these up and divide them, and we're gonna toss 1/2 in a tiny bit of flour. Let's take a little bit of our all-purpose flour, get a spoon, and just take a little bit of flour. And then we're going to take our caramelos, cut them in half. Oh, wait. Cut them in half. No. Oh, okay. In half. In half. In half. Gently. In half. And in half. So now, so the little pieces that are in here, we're going to toss them in the flour just lightly, like so, just like that. Then, fresh pair of glovies on. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so back to our cookies. Oh, and then we need to prep our rings. So we only need 6 rings. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so first, before we start doing that, let's prep our rings. I like using tart rings with my cookies to get that nice symmetrical shape in the cookie. You can do it with the like upside down method after they've baked, but I find that you get a more perfectly symmetrical round cookie, especially a bigger cookie if you use a tart ring. But I've also found that it's helpful to spray them with a tiny bit of avocado oil so that the cookie releases a little bit easier from the tart. So what I do is I just kind of stack them into like a container, and then I just spray them down a little bit. Okay, so that's our tart rings. So now, okay, great. So we have our tart rings. Now, let's take our cookie. And we're going to kind of flatten it out just enough to be able to tuck one of our caramelo pieces in there. And then we'll just kind of form our cookie around it, just like that. Cute. So there's our cookie. Pop it in the ring. And then I want to experiment a little bit with some caramelo on top. So I think for one of them, we're going to cut the other half into like little chunks like this. Just like that. Because a flan, I mean, half of it is custard. But when you think of flan, the other half is the caramelo, right? And yeah, having the little caramelo pocket on the inside is cute, but I want them to have like a visual cue on the outside that they're flan cookies. And I could also do like hard caramel drizzles, but I like the idea of a milk caramel. I just think it's more Christmas cookie like. Okay, so for our first experiment, we're gonna just kind of dot these in here. Just pressing them in to our cookie. Almost like as if it was like a chocolate chip cookie, but these are just milk caramel chunks. I think that's good. Okay, we'll leave that aside for now. Okay, let's go back to our cookies. And start gently making a little pocket, but we don't want to break up our cookie too much either. We don't want to lose our cookie structure. Okay, so take our other second caramelo. We'll just gently kind of pocket her in there, but then still kind of forming our cute little flan cookie. So then for the second one, I was thinking for our caramelo top, let's take another one of these, but now let's cut it into strips instead of chunks. Let's do strips. think we can get one more out of here. Oh, come on. Okay. One more. Okay, so for our second cookie of our caramelo experimentation, I think like a little halo kind of effect. I'm just gonna take our little strips, make them as thin as possible. Little caramel strips. And I'm just kind of making like a halo of caramel on the top of our cookie with our caramelo strips. This could be smaller. Oh, no, not my glove. Great. So far we have our dotted one, and then now we have our halo one. Next, let's go back to our cookie base. I'm gonna go back to just kind of pressing it out, making a little pocket without losing our cookie structure too much. Make a little pocket, drop our caramelo in there, close our cookie around it. Great. Great. And then for this one, I think we'll just kind of, I think I want to do that, but I think we should do it halfway into baking. So this one, it's just going to take like the other half pressed on top. Actually, no, that's what experimenting is, right? So let's do one that sits there the whole time, and then we'll do one that comes on halfway through baking. And make sure that our inside caramel doesn't break through the back. Okay, it looks like a pancake. It's so cute. It looks like a little pancake. But this is our third version of our flan cookie. So far, we have dots on top like a chocolate chip cookie. We have a ring like a halo, because when I think of flan, I also think of like that ring of caramel that kind of like spreads out over on top. We have our other, just the other half of the caramelo chunk on top. And then let's see, how else can we experiment? I guess another one is again, dropping it, putting this on top, but halfway into baking. So that's going to be our fourth one. And then the fifth one, maybe like lines instead of a halo, we can do like lines. See how that kind of looks and vibes. And then the sixth one, what should we do for the sixth one? Feel free to leave in the comments what you think. If you think, if there's something that comes to mind for you of if you were here making these cookies with me and you're like, oh my God, this is what I would do with the caramel on top. Feel free to let me know in the comments, and I will happily try it out, because we are in recipe development today. We are deep in R&D, research and development. And again, I'm trying to make Christmas cookies that are not like your average Christmas cookie. So this is like your Feliz Navidad. Okay, so we're gonna put this one over here. And this one will get the caramelo chunk halfway into baking. So we'll just set that aside. Okay. So now we have two left. We have two to go. So we'll take our caramel strip approach and just do like lines maybe. Give it more of like a modern vibe, modern patisserie vibe. Okay, our little caramel chunk. Wrap around it. Close it up. Flatten it out. Look at all those cookies. And then later on today, we're going to be making brown butter pistachio wreath cookies. We'll pipe them out to look like little wreaths. But first I want to make the ribbon. I have like a candy mold and we can melt some melting wafers and drop it into the ribbon mold so that we have little ribbons for our wreaths. All right, so let's cut up these strips over here that are already kind of ready to go. And then let's cut up some more strips. And now we're gonna go with like lines, with caramel lines for our number 5 cookie in our flan cookie experiment. And I looked it up. I couldn't find anybody else making a cookie like this. So I'm excited. If this works, this could be fun. Okay. So now I think let's see how these stripes come out. Let's see how the spirit moves me. But I want these to be thin. I want these to be thin. All right, let's see. Let's bring this over so that you guys can see. Oh no, pink tipped. Let's see. You see? All right, I think let's maybe. Let's see. Oh no. All right. Looks like Stonehenge. All right, final one. Last one. Last one. Any ideas? Any ideas? of the topping, what should we should do with the caramel on top. Last call for ideas. Last call before this train leaves the station. Okay, so we have our last little caramel piece in the flour. Close it around it. Ooh, okay. I think I know what the last one's gonna be. I think we almost like a concha, like when you put like the flap over the concha. Oh yeah, I like this idea. Okay, so we've taken our caramel, we've rolled it out. Give it a little shell marking like a concha. And now we're just gonna kind of press that in. Just like that. I like that. I think this is gonna probably be the one that reads the most flan-like. Okay, so here's our experiment. Ooh, let me grab my other phone to take a picture before, and then I'll show you guys. Oh, 'kay. Here's- Okay. Mm. So here's our 6 flan cookie, experimenting with the caramel topping. I think at a glance, these 2 are probably gonna be sorry, I popped the caramel in my mouth. These 2 are gonna be the ones that read, and this one, when we pop it in, will read the most like flan. Okay. Mm. Mhm. 10 to 11 minutes. Okay, so let's pop these in. 10 to 11 minutes. So let's do a timer for 6 minutes. And at the 6 minute mark, we'll pop this on top of the one that went in with nothing on top because that's the final experiment. Okay, but for now, let's clean up a little bit. So, what do we think? Those of you in the chat, which is your favorite one? Which one do you want to see the most come out of the oven? I like the idea of flattening out the caramel. I think that's really good. But then with it being so thin, is it going to just burn? But that's also kind of caramel. That's very flan like. So yeah, I'm curious to see how these come out. Very excited. Very, very excited for our flan cookies. Put our caramel away. Put things away. Let's put things away. Let's put things away. All right. Okay, we can get ready for the cookies to come out. That can go there. These can get put away. Put some dishes away while we wait. see what else. Mhm. Okay, let me show you what else I have in mind, and you guys can help me pick the next one. So, for the next Christmas cookie, so these are brown butter flan cookies. The other options that I have that I was thinking of, pistachio brown butter wreath cookies. So we would pipe them out to look like wreaths. That's one of the options. Another option is brown butter, peanut butter, miso cookies. Although I don't have any miso, but I can get some. Another one, cereal milk birthday cookies. That was another one I was thinking of. And then I have the Coach Bites that, oh, I also wanted to make circus animal frosted cookies. Oh, and pistachio strawberry cookies. Okay, so for the circus animal ones, I found big animal cookie cutters. So I was thinking of making like big size circus animal cookies, but making them protein cookies. So that's one of the things that I've been thinking about. So that's one of the ideas that we can work on this weekend. Or I sent out a batch of my Coach Bites, which are the cookies that I am actually hoping to put out under my micro bakery next year, and I got some really good feedback. So everybody says they taste great, but the one gym rat that I sent them to gave me some feedback that they could still be a little bit more macro friendly in terms of the sugar. So I tweaked the recipes to bring down the sugar as much as possible while still keeping them as like fun cookies, but also making them protein cookies. So I want to work on those this weekend too. So I think maybe later on today we can either make another Christmas cookie or we can make a Coach Bite cookie. So, okay, let me see. Can I do a poll? Can I add a poll? Yes. Okay, start a poll. Okay, next cookie. Next cookie. Question mark. Pistachio Christmas. Christmas or strawberry protein? And you guys tell me which one you want me to make next. Ooh, yeah. Okay, done. Yay. Okay. Does that work? Did that work? Yes. Okay. Let me know. If you're in the chat, you get to pick what the next cookie that we make today is. So there's either pistachio Christmas cookies, which is a brown butter pistachio, almost like a shortbread kind of cookie that we're gonna pipe out to look like little wreaths. And then I have I have this little mold that we can make like little ribbons out of, little candy ribbons out of, and we can put them on the wreath, and then we can use edible sprinkles as like the little ornaments. Or I've been working really hard on my protein cookies, and one of the more popular ones is one that I call a strawberry shake cookie, but it's a strawberry protein cookie, and so I want to work on that recipe also a little bit more today. So you guys get to pick. Let me know which one you want. Okay, we have our alarm set for adding on the last bit of caramel. So I'm gonna do that now. Honey, hush. Honey, hush. I see caramel. Woo, sit. Hi. Come on. I see caramel leaking a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, 6 minutes. So we need 4 more minutes. We'll just let that set. And actually, that also gives it the flan vibe to have like a little bit of a caramel ring set around it. Okay, these got burned a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, let's keep cleaning up. Let's keep cleaning up because a tidy workspace is a workspace that makes good food. Ooh. So yeah, so we would pipe out the pistachio cookies would get piped out with like a big star ring, and then make wreath cookies. Let's see. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna blindly vote. Okay, I'm gonna put my finger over it and I'm gonna vote on one of them. Can I vote? I can't vote. I can't vote. That's funny. Okay, let me keep playing. But vote, 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 vote while you can. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. You get to decide what cookie we bake next. Tell me, tell me, tell me. What do you want me to bake? What do you want me to bake? Vote in the poll. 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 Get your vote in. Get your vote in. Vote in the poll. I know. Hush. You tell me, folks. Pistachio, brown butter pistachio wreath cookies or strawberry shake protein cookies. I also have the lemon daybreak cookies that I want to work on. The Coach Bites are actually 8 different cookies. Um, 4 that are kind of fruit forward and 4 that are chocolate or coffee forward. So the 4 fruit ones are the strawberry shake, the lemon daybreak, the coquito, and the blueberry. I haven't made the blueberry one yet, actually. I need to make that one. I just have it written down, but I haven't made it yet. And then the other 4, which is the chocolatey coffee side, there's a classic chocolate chunk, there's a pistachio white chocolate, there is an espresso chunk, and then there's a white chocolate mocha. And those are the 4 other ones. And they're all protein cookies that I'm working on. But for today, it's either brown butter pistachio Christmas wreath cookies or the strawberry shake protein cookies. You guys let me know. What is it, Dougie? You wanna come say hi? Come say hi. Come say hi. Come here, wiggle butt. Wait. This is my Dougie. Say hi. Okay. Out. Out, 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 out of the kitchen. I'll play with you in a little bit. We'll play together in a little bit. She probably wants to go to the dog park. To the dog park. Dog park. We're going to the dog park. Dog park. Ooh, it's starting to smell really good. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Ooh. I think one more minute. We're just gonna turn everything off. But we're gonna add one more minute. We turned the oven off. They look really pretty. They look very pretty. Please vote. Vote. We're split down the middle. Come on, let's get another vote in. Somebody bring it over the edge. So we have 2 votes in. 1 vote for pistachio Christmas wreath cookies and 1 vote for strawberry protein cookies. So if you're in the chat right now, this is the perfect time for you to break the tie, and drop a vote into the poll of the next cookie that we'll be working on. So the options are a brown butter pistachio Christmas cookie, which will basically be a brown butter pistachio, almost like shortbread cookie that we will then pipe out into little wreath shapes. Ma'am, we're gonna go to the dog park in a little bit. Give me a few minutes. Give me like 5 minutes and then we'll go. And the other option is one of my Coach Bite cookies that I'm developing, which is a protein cookie line, and it's a strawberry shake protein cookie. So this is your chance. This is your chance to vote. Vote for either pistachio or vote for strawberry. What's gonna be the next cookie today? All right, but for now, ooh, these smell so good. Here are our flan cookies. So interesting. Okay, so in terms of experimentation, okay. In terms of experimenting, here, so you can see, this didn't make that much of a difference, except that the one that got popped in later sits on top, and the one that went in the oven sunk into the cookie more. Excuse you. Okay, I'll give you Baba and then we'll go. But give me 2 minutes to finish my life. Please. Here, take that. Oh, sorry, my dog. Okay, so our experimentation. Okay, so these two didn't really make that much of a difference, except that the caramel's floating more on top of this cookie versus this one that baked in into the cookie, the one that was in the on top of the cookie the whole time. Our lines, our little halo and lines, I kind of like this. I feel like it gives it an interesting look. I don't know. It kind of like gives like, okay, if we're taking a flan and making it modern and making it a cookie. So I really like this, but it was tedious. It was labor intensive. And for the ultimate final result, it's cute, but I don't know if it's worth all the trouble at the end of the day. Now, this one, it started to bubble a little bit. This is the caramel that we rolled out flat. And this just looks like a chocolate chip cookie. I think it actually makes it confusing. I don't like this for the flan final cookie, the one with the bits, because I think visually it's just confusing. It looks like a toffee cookie or like a chocolate chip cookie. Like it's not giving flan. So I think in terms of our final verdict, no need to make this one again. I don't like the little chunks like that. Um, I like the halo. I like the lines. If you want to take the extra time, it can be worth it. But this also, I feel like, is effective and it's less labor intensive. These are cute, but they look like pancakes. They don't look like flan. So I think final verdict, it somewhere in between these three visually, that like for it to read like a flan cookie. But yeah, so far I'm happy. We're gonna let these sit in their tart rings for a little bit longer so that they finish fully setting, and then we'll pull the rings off, and then we can kind of give it a full visual inspection. But I'm pretty happy with these. I think they're super cute. um Again, maybe even this one, because this looks more pancake like because of the way that the caramel is sitting on top. This one, the way that it baked into the cookie and it kind of dropped into the cookie, yeah, it's like these four are like my contenders for it visually. I'm gonna take a picture and send it to my mom and see what she says, because she's the flan queen. We are split down the middle, which means we're just baking both cookies. So this is a perfect chance for you to hit subscribe. I'm gonna go hang out with my doggy, and then I'll either be back. Oh, hold on. Let me talk to you so you can see me. Let's end the poll. How do we end the poll? Boom. Okay, cute. It was split down the middle, which just tells me that we're making both cookies. So I'm gonna go hang out with my doggy. I'm gonna take her out for a walk. I need to have some breakfast and then I can try one of these cookies. But thanks for hanging out with me. Today we tried making flan cookies. I feel like this was a relatively successful experiment. We'll see once I pull the tart rings off and we are able to kind of like cut the cookie open, give it a taste, see what the vibe is. Then we'll know fully if it's a successful cookie or not. But I'm feeling pretty good. I think this was a cute little experiment. I'll be back. Feel free to hit subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye.